Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wayward Magic podcast. It has been quite some time since I have popped in here with a new episode, but I have a topic I feel like I really want to talk about today. And that topic is really all about why going within is the secret to manifestation and healing. And I want to be perfectly honest, when I first heard the phrases, it starts on the inside, or build the dream life on the inside first, I would heavily roll my eyes. Back then, I was not at all interested in what was happening internally. I wanted results in the physical world. But here's the truth that I did not want to hear. All of those people saying those things were absolutely right. Cleaning up your inner world doesn't just feel good, it translates into the outer world in ways that we can't even imagine. So, I want to do a little deep dive into what going within actually means, why it matters, and how to start making it a practical part of your life. For those of you that know me, you know that I am all about bringing practicality and spirituality together. It's important for me personally to have both. And the reason I really want to address this is because that phrase, go within, is thrown around a lot in the spiritual world these days. And sometimes there is a lack of explanation what that really means and why we are actually doing it. So that's what I really want to talk about today. So let's start with what going within really does mean. It can feel vague and out of reach a lot of times, and I want to let people know that it's not out of reach and we can do it in a practical way. And at its core, it really means turning your focus inward to, first of all, recognize patterns, understanding how your thoughts, your emotions, and your beliefs shape your reality. It does help us to heal old wounds, addressing the past trauma, the limiting beliefs that really hold you back. And it also helps you align with your true self. It helps you discover your deepest desires and really stepping into your authentic power more, which is so super important to me. This isn't just about introspection, it's really about actionable introspection. It's the process of facing your inner world with the intent to transform it. So now that we know what it really means, why do we need to do it? If you're here, you've likely tried everything external to make your life better, changing jobs, looking at relationships, even changing your environment. And while those changes do bring temporary relief, they don't fix the root of our discomfort, which does come from the inside. So here's some reasons why inner work is essential, in my opinion. The inner reflects the outer, first of all. Your beliefs, your energy, your mindset really influence how you show up in the world, what you attract. Cleaning up all that energy allows the external world to align with your desires. This is also about sustainability. Something I talk about all the time is building a solid foundation, a solid, lasting foundation. Sustainability in my spirituality and my manifestation is really important to me. Without healing our root cause, external changes they're always going to feel like they are short lasting, like they're just out of our grasp, like we had it but we dropped it. True transformation happens when you are willing to address the internal resistance to receiving what you want, because believe it or not, there will be resistance there if you have not reviewed your inner world yet. It also empowers you to stop relying on those external circumstances to dictate your happiness. You take your power back. This is coming from someone who gave all of her power away to all of the external circumstances. And if it wasn't exactly how I thought I wanted it, coming from a place of shadow, then I was going to be miserable and I was going to make everybody else miserable around me. Can anybody relate to that? So that's why it's so important to do this. And it really does build such a strong foundation to manifest from. You just wouldn't believe, my friends. So now that we know what it is and why we do it, let's talk a little bit about how we do it. This is where the rubber meets the road, my friends. If going within feels abstract, then let me share with you and break it down into practical steps, because again, that is something I needed on my journey. So it really starts with reflection, the willingness to look at yourself, take a deep dive into that inner world. Journaling was such a huge thing for me. Not just another thing that gets thrown around, like journal it out, but really so much more comes out when you put pen to paper, and then you can see it from a different perspective. It's you now bring it from the inside world to the outside to really take a nice, clear look at it. And a prompt that can really help, just start simple, right? We don't need to fix the entire world at one time. That would be crazy. So start with this simple yet profound question. When you are struggling with a situation, when you kind of feel stuck, stagnant, disempowered, a manifestation isn't happening, you're in a heightened state of emotion, something tough is going on, I want you to ask yourself and then journal about, what beliefs do I have about this situation? And where did these beliefs come from? Those two questions will start you on quite an inner reflection journey. So don't discount those two questions. You don't have to ask yourself a million of them to really start digging into the inner world. This is truly a beautiful, powerful place to start. Okay. Next thing you can do is practice awareness. Incorporate mindfulness into your day, one little piece at a time. I had zero mindfulness, and I just continue to build and build and build upon that. And so much of what I do with intention, and I do have so much mindfulness. Even when I'm kind of going back into old patterns, old triggers, old shadows, old limitations, I am very aware when I am doing that. I'm very aware when I step out of alignment, and I'm very aware why I'm doing it and where it comes from, which now helps me switch out of it just like that. All right. So do what you can to start incorporating mindfulness one piece at a time. Just notice your thoughts and your emotions without judgment. If you bring judgment, it's going to get convoluted. You're just noticing, witnessing, observing. Okay. And then meditation, another word that gets thrown around out there, but a very powerful tool for many different reasons. It gives you the slowdown. It gives you the sacred pause. It is the vehicle that will help you go to that quote unquote within space. Even if it's just 5 minutes a day to really help yourself connect to your inner self, your inner world, your intuitive higher self. And you don't have to sit in silence. If music helps you, put on some miracle tones. If guided meditation helps you, find a guided meditation on YouTube for connecting with your inner self. So there's lots of ways we can do that. Next one, and I have the perfect tool to support you, is doing shadow work. This is where we identify the parts of ourselves that we have suppressed, that we have avoided, that we have shamed into the shadows. We work through limiting beliefs and fears here, and we work to get them to a space where they release their hold on us. This is the cornerstone of the Academy. And for the first time ever, I am giving the shadow work toolkit away to the Academy. Before, that was a separate offering. And now the Academy is getting all of my toolkits this coming year. So I'm super excited about that. Very practical, easy to digest shadow work tools, all of the tools that I have used, that I still use to this day, that I have built over the course of about 10 years. Really powerful, practical, transformative stuff if you're actually willing to put it to work and to adjust it in a way that really works for you. That's always an option. And then the next piece is intentional action. Once you've uncovered the patterns and you create these small rituals and routines to start rewiring them, you then move more intentionally, right? If you've identified scarcity beliefs, if you've practiced gratitude for what you already have, you are moving more intentionally. If you're looking at your routine, if you're looking at your beliefs, if you're looking at why you're immersing yourself in certain content, or why you're filling yourself with certain food or substance, or why you are letting certain situations, people, or things pull at your energy. All of these little pieces of awareness are huge. And all of the steps I've laid out really help you start getting to that space. So all of that is intentional action. Inner work isn't just still. It is in motion in everyday life. When life gets hard, when things are tough, we're doing it all the time. And here's why I believe this approach works, and why focusing inward is, in my opinion, the foundation for manifestation and healing. Healing creates space for the new. Manifestation isn't going to flow freely into a life that is cluttered with unresolved emotions and outdated beliefs. So, by being willing to heal that inner world, you really do truly make room for new opportunities. Let's not forget, we attract what we are, universal law. When we align internally with abundance, with joy, with love, with healing, with intention, we naturally draw more of those things into our life. This is where the as if by magic starts to happen. This is where the right people, places, situations, deals just fall into your lap. And then you take that aligned action to say yes to those things, to do your part in those things, right? And this is where practical plus the sacred work equals transformation. This isn't just about sitting on a meditation cushion, you guys. This is pairing energetic work with practical steps to ensure real world results, because I required real world results in a practical way. So, if you've been with me so far, I do have an invitation for you. And here's why I think you would love the Wayward Magic Academy. If any of this or anything I say resonates, imagine having access to all of the tools for inner work, shadow work, Akashic records, ancestral healing, manifestation kits, energy work toolkits to guide you step by step. This is where we work as a group and a community and a collective to really start incorporating daily rituals into our lives in the way that works for each and every one of us. Bite-sized practices to make going within more practical and doable. This is a space of community support, a tribe that keeps you accountable, inspired, and connected. Many of our members have been hanging out with us for the past few years. We have people from all walks of life, ages, stages, belief systems, and it is such a beautiful, drama-free, sacred space to hang out in. Not to mention, all of my content is now going to be given to the Wayward Magic Academy, from energy healing, from intuitive practices, from intuitive coaching, and everything you could possibly need to start a super foundational spiritual journey, whether it's because you need to heal, because you want to manifest, because you're seeking more joy, all of the above. We've got you all covered. And for a limited time, I'm really excited to announce my Black Friday sale. If you're listening to this during that time of year, I've got brand new bonus content coming. It's a pilot program, so I am gifting it to the Academy members for some feedback, because I have a ton of members that are in there that also have their own spiritual based businesses that they're looking to grow, or they want to start a business. So I will now be offering master resale rights to help you in your own soul-led business. This will be meditation scripts. This will be guidebooks. This will be women's circle content. You can rebrand it, or I am more than happy for you to keep my brand on there and share that with the world. If you want to make it even easier, you can share this on behalf of the Wayward Witch Co. We are endorsing this content, so it'll be up to you. And then again, everything I've ever created will be inside the Academy. Shadow work toolkits, manifestation toolkits, energy healing toolkits, and so much more. So, my closing thoughts about going within, it's changed my entire life. It has turned me from someone desperate for external fixes into someone who now co creates with the universe all the time. If you're ready to clean up your inner world and watch your outer world transform, I invite you to join us. The Academy is not just a membership, it really is a community and a way of life. And remember, the Black Friday sale is live now. So I hope that you join us. If you have any questions, whether or not this would be the space for you, my answer is yes, it's for everybody. But feel free to reach out to me. You can comment here. You can find me on Facebook, The Wayward Witch Co., or you can email me at support@waywardwitchco.com. I am happy to answer any questions, but I do hope you take this activation today and really start thinking about how you could maybe carve out just a little bit more time to start curating that inner world to be exactly what you want reflected in your outer world. It is possible, it is accessible, we can do it in a practical way while still being sacred and super magical. All right, my friends, happy magic making, happy healing, happy manifesting, and happy holidays. And I hope to see you guys all on the inside. This is essentially going to be the only space I'm hanging out in this year. All my intuitive coaching, all my energy work, all of my attention, all of my new content is going to be inside the Academy. So come join us. Let's make some magic, and I will see you guys there.